So this is the Mafex Endgame Thor. We've been waiting on this figure for a long time. You know, I want to show y'all the box. I know some people like the boxes. So side, back, other side, the top, Avengers Endgame. Legalese in Japanese right there. Literally in Japanese, no English. Accessories and everything in the box. I'm not going over that. Other reviewers will do it. I'm not going over that. I really want to talk about the figure. So the figure right here, let me zoom in. The figure itself is a really good figure. I like it a lot. A couple downsides on my version. I don't know about everybody else's. My head doesn't like to stay on. The calm head doesn't like to stay on the body. Pops off really easily. Well, of course on camera. But it pops off extremely easy. And then this wrist is really loose on mine too. This, what is that, the right arm? It's really loose. Like it'll go in, but see, it comes out easy. And then my elbows too, I don't know why, but my elbows on this are kind of loose. Like you can see, like he doesn't like to hold Stormbreaker. It just drops. That kind of sucks. I'm gonna try to go in and tighten some stuff up. My ankles are good. Everything else is good. I do want to modify this one too because I want to get more range back. Like he doesn't have any range from this chest piece backwards. He has a lot, like enough forward, but none back. So I took it apart already. I want to modify some stuff. I'm not going to do it in this video, but I'll modify it. Pretty much, I just want to go in here and trim this down. I think if I trim this down a bit, because none of this shows on the figure when it's together. So I think I'm going to trim this down and see what happens. I know this ball peg in here is kind of tight, but I'll go in there and trim some stuff down and see what happens. But yeah, this figure, we've been waiting on this figure for a long time, honestly. And this is probably my favorite version of Thor, only because it's the closest to what Thor would actually look like in real life. Like, if you don't know, Thor is not some blonde, buff, ripped out guy. He's generally, like, described as being, like, heavy. He eats and drinks a lot, pretty much nonstop. He has a beard, a lot like this one. He looks a lot like this. Like if you've seen the God of War, Ragnarok promo pictures, that's what Thor really looks like. And see, the hand just fell off. I didn't even touch it. That kind of sucks. I'm going to go in with some super glue. If you don't know the super glue technique, I'm going to go in with super glue, put it on this peg, and I'm going to let it dry, and then I'll sand it down a bit so this hand fits better. But I'm going to do that on both sides, and I'll try to tighten up the elbows. But yeah. I know the SHF one is out there, and the SHF one, I don't have it because I was waiting on this one. I know that one is pretty good, but the SHF does things with these Marvel figures I don't like, and then his arm is loose too. I'm gonna have to go in and really tighten this up. What I like about this too is that I'm able to get, this will pop out, it's a ball peg, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, SHF does things I don't like. They make these, I don't know why, but they make the arm like one piece. They make this part and that part one piece, and then they'll do single elbows sometimes. It's really weird. So you won't get this motion. You'll get it, but it'll be really limited in the arm. You just take it off. The hand worked itself off. This motion will be really limited. So I really try to stay away from SHF stuff. And the hips won't, a lot of times, not all the time, a lot of the times the hips won't have this much range and stuff. So I try to stay away from those. But yeah, I'm going to be doing some fixes on these. So I'll definitely be doing like a update video on this because, like I said, his arms are really loose. One thing I do like is, like I said, there's the head. Oh yeah, my cape too. So I had an issue with mine. Not an issue, but it's something that happened with me on my Batman figure, my blue Hush version. The cape is wired on the sides, but on my Batman, the wire on this side wasn't tucked in, just like this one. The wire wasn't tucked under the plastic piece, like it's all glued under there. Mine wasn't, so one side of the cape wouldn't stay up. Like when I went to do whatever, the wire was loose, so it wouldn't stay up and it would droop. So I had to pop this off. I think this is glued in, I'm not sure. But I popped it off and I fixed it, so it works better now. But if you have the issue, just know that this pops off pretty easily. It should. If it doesn't, don't try to force it. Like, be easy. But yeah, it should be pretty easy to pop off. I don't even know how I got the hammer back on there. Let me... Not trying to pop. That comes apart because you swap the belt. You'll swap this belt to get his lightning effects on. I don't want to do that because it takes not a long time. It's just tedious, and these little discs are really hard to swap on and stuff. But here we go. Trying to pop off this top piece. What I was saying was my arms are really loose. What is this called? Butterfly joints are really loose. But if you look in here, I like this because it shows how the figure breaks down inside. But it shows you, if you can see those, you see those lumps right there. Let me zoom in. Yeah, you see those lumps right there on the sides? Those are the ball pegs for the arms, which is kind of crazy. And it also shows you how it's like a T-bar right here. And those are just, the butterfly joints are just ball pegs, which is kind of crazy. I can go in and tighten those up if matter of fact, let me do it right now. I'm gonna tighten up the butterfly joints. And this is just floor polish. Floor polish from Pledge. You can find it at Walmart. Just do a drop there. That's a little too much. Drop there. I'll put a, was I on camera? I don't think I was. I put a drop on that side. And then I put a drop on this side. And I work mine around a little bit. Can I pop it off? I can. Okay, so I popped it off. Let that joint get that. And I'll just let this dry, and then I'll come back to it in a couple hours or the next day. Wipe all that off. I put way too much. Hold on. I put way too much on there. Which is not a problem. This stuff dries pretty hard, too, so a lot of people use it for a top coat. I've seen people use it for a gloss top coat, so. And I've tried it. It's not as tough as I like, but it works. Let me do this side too. Wipe this excess off. And then pop that back in. Easy peasy. And it's already a little bit tighter than it was. All that excess Pledge on there. But it's already a little bit tighter than it was, so that's pretty good. And for the head, I'll probably do the super glue thing for the head too. Just put super glue on the peg, matter of fact. But see, I don't really want to because the other heads fit good. And I feel like if I do it to the head, it's not going to fit the same. I don't know why this one is just not as deep. It just does not pop on the same. You can even kind of see it. Pops. It's like really, it takes zero effort to pop it on and off. But yeah, I'm going to do the super glue thing on the wrist, and I'll do an update video. But pretty much that's Mafex Thor. I just wanted to, like, you know, go over the things that's wrong with mine. And even with those little issues I have, it's still an amazing figure. This is like one of my favorite Mafex right now, besides Cap. The Endgame Cap is fire. I got Iron Man on the way. I had to get the big 3. Hopefully they do more. Hopefully we get a War Machine from Mafex. That'd be crazy. But at least they did the big 3. You know, they got Iron Man. Why it won't pop on now? They got Iron Man, Thor, and Cap out the way, so we're good. I really don't want to glue this down, but I might have to. I can't get it on. But yeah, there's Mafex Thor. It is a solid figure. It poses really nice. Like, I really like the way this thing poses. I pretty much like everything about this figure, so. And inclusion, I'm a big guy, so I really like the fact that we have a guy with a belly, finally, like an action figure with a belly. You don't get these a lot, so pretty fire. But yeah, Mafex Thor. Like I said, I'll do an update video and let you guys know how everything goes. Thanks for watching. You know, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.